Oh, okay, so we're helping defend the trebuchets. Okay, that's cool, that's fine, but wasn't Cullen's plan to go out there and hit them with everything we've got? Shouldn't we keep going? Are other troops doing that for us? Are we going to be firing on them? I'm not sure what's going on here. And it seems like those are wheeled, hinged counterweight trebuchets with the windlass crank. The counterweight would be over 2 tons for a design this size. It's a rather interesting design, though I'm curious why the trebuchet is locked in place even though it has wheels, which is purely a physics issue, but that's just me, as well as how fast it launches its projectile. It would normally take a team of people to crank this thing, but apparently one trebuchet operator can twist an extremely powerful crank to raise the extremely heavy weight into the air. Keep in mind, this is siege weaponry. Since we're against infantry, the payload should be something like sulfur or quicklime bombs or a whole lot of small projectiles. One large 200 kilogram rock or so, while very devastating against walls, isn't what you'd want to throw at infantry. It really wouldn't do too much. It's not very practical. And if you know physics or anything about weights and countermeasures, all this is pretty much impossible based on the design. You have to be as strong as the Hulk. But these are minor gripes. You'd think, though, that they'd have like magical bomb payloads because we got the mages, and Templars would have some sort of anti-magic bomb or something to throw at Corypheus' mage army. Anyway, so because the first trebuchet operator told us to find the other one because it wasn't firing, we go off there and fight some dudes, and we see this impossible crank up real close. And we're either cranking in the wrong direction or it's rotating in the wrong direction. And why are we cranking it? Do we know the target? Do we know what our payload is? What exactly are we aiming for here? Oh, we're aiming at a mountain, which amazingly starts an avalanche. That's kind of smart. Why didn't anyone tell us this? So this avalanche seems to spread across the rest of the mountain. I'm not that well versed in avalanche physics to know that this is how an avalanche would work, but it looks like our target area has spread to a lower part of the mountain. That doesn't look right to me, but what do I know? And for some reason, instead of burying people in snow, the avalanche is causing people to explode. Like they're being hit by a bomb or rubbery thing. I don't know. This is bad 80s action movie crap where people get hit by explosions and they jump through the air, kind of comically. Anyway, we get a bit of jubilation and then this dragon comes out of nowhere and destroys the trebuchet. As funny as that was, it's actually pretty good pacing. We have victory and then we have defeat extremely quickly.
That is not possible. Everyone to the gates.
Okay, so we're off to the gates. But we're going to open up this door for the blacksmith. I originally thought it was a jumping puzzle because there's boxes and a hole in the roof. And if the door is obstructed and there's an X button to prompt me to open the door, why can't I just break the door? I'm a mage. I could summon explosive elements out of my hands. How's a wooden door going to stop me exactly? Luckily, the game character teleporting thing works and we can get inside. Which doesn't... What? Wait. Okay, fine. We'll do it. Yeah. Okay, game, you win.
We need everyone back to the Chantry. It's the only building that might hold against that beast. At this point, just make them work for it.
And we're screwed. Well, Cullen, I see you're really using that army of mages we got with the heat-seeking ranged attacks to our benefit. You're a real asset to the team. So we fight some skirmishes within Haven, and we save some people. Then there's another locked door. We climb up through the roof of it. Apparently this was also wrong. We once have to go and then knock the door down with Cassandra again because she's the game's battering ram. And then there are opponents that are coming from down the mountain? Did they climb the... Like, where are they coming from? Never mind.
We've saved all we can! Let's move!
But first, let's pick up some mind-controlling poisonous material. And I see arms easily clipped through large hats.
He tried to stop a Templar. The blade went deep. He's going to die.
And you know this how?
The Elder One doesn't care about the village. He only wants the Herald.
And you know this how?
I don't care what he wants. How do I stop him?
It won't be easy. He has a dragon.
Can I throw you out an airlock too?
There are no tactics to make this survivable.
So you didn't think of using the heat-seeking ranged magical weapons into our army that we have at our disposal? Where are our mages anyway?
The only thing that slowed them was the avalanche.
Actually, the avalanche exploded them, and everyone behind the avalanche would have to climb over it. So, wow, these guys are fast. Then again, they did climb up a mountain unexpectedly.
We could turn the remaining trebuchets, cause one last slide.
We're overrun. To hit the enemy, we'd bury Haven.
We're dying, but we can decide how. Many don't get that choice.
So you want us to bury everyone? Cullen, you are the worst strategist ever. You've offered no tactics or strategies that did anything helpful. You cannot see the obvious of using ranged magic heat-seeking power against a flying dragon, and now you want everyone to die by launching a suicidal avalanche on ourselves. Holy crap, you're fired.
Yes, that. Chancellor Roderick can help. He wants to say it before he dies.
Who knew hats of telepathy looked so floppy?
There is a path. You wouldn't know it unless you'd made the summer pilgrimage, as I have. The people can escape. She must have shown me. Or Andraste must have shown me so I could tell you.
What are you on about, Roderick?
It was whim that I walked the path. I did not mean to start. It was overgrown. Now, with so many in the Conclave dead, to be the only one who remembers. I don't know, Herald. If this simple memory can save us, this could be more than mere accident.
Okay, secret passages. Those are good. Where does it lead? Outside to the snow? And they have a dragon. I think it'll be pretty easy for a dragon to spot an escaping army amidst a white background. Unless there's a direct path to Orzammar, this doesn't really help out too much. But it's good for the moment, I guess.
You could be more.
What about it, Cullen? Will it work?
Possibly, if he shows us the path. But what of your escape?
What escape? I'm leaving with you, with everyone else. Why wouldn't I?
Perhaps you will surprise it. Find a way.
Wait, what?
Inquisition, follow Chancellor Roderick through the Chantry. Move!
Herald, if you are meant for this, if the Inquisition is meant for this, I pray for you.
Well, you just stuck your hand through someone's giant hat. You might have some magical powers there. So you might be onto something. But what exactly am I going to do? Get eaten by a dragon? That's suicide. The game's going to just end? We have no plan. We have no military support. And what? We're going to throw an avalanche on ourselves next. I'm not really following this train of thought.
They'll load the trebuchets. Keep the Elder One's attention until we're above the tree line.
With multiple trebuchets? We saw two, and one of them got destroyed. How am I going to see you above the tree line when you have an underground passage somewhere? Where's the tree line that I can see from here? And if I can see you from here, doesn't that mean our opponents, notwithstanding the flying dragon, will as well? Cullen, I hate you.
If we are to have a chance, if you are to have a chance, let that thing hear you.
Right, because making a loud noise will improve all of our chances. Cullen, die in said avalanche. Luckily, I'm going to die soon, too. Oh, and my team comes with me. They're all going to die together, apparently. How heroic of us. I guess they really think I'm, going to pull through or something. You think I'm, the most important guy on the entire team that can seal breaches, but if I die, it's game over for everyone? You think a mercenary team like the Bulls Chargers would know when to bow out, but hey, he doesn't seem to mind.
All right, time to get loud.
So the stakes are higher, it's a last-ditch effort, it's sacrificial, it's heroic, it's exciting, and it's stupid, because we have no idea how this is going to work. Luckily, the music is good. This is the best part of the game. And there's more poisonous mind-controlling Soylent Red to pick up. I feel my chances getting better already.
The trebuchet must be aimed! Quickly!
Now, this is the most elaborate trebuchet aiming contraption I've ever seen. This is an engineering marvel. Whereas we have the strength of the Hulk to prime the previous ones, we're rotating an entire wooden dais that the whole thing just sits on. And we should have needed was like the entire team to push one series of wheels and the other team to push in the other direction of the opposite wheels. But wow, and apparently the team Cullen sent out here to get the trebuchet going for us got killed? Or were we supposed to protect them? Or shouldn't we have cleared a path for them? You know, Cullen, thank you so much. You're really thinking ahead here, man. Just kill everyone on our team as quickly as possible, which is the exact opposite of what a strategist is supposed to do. So while our team sits back while we crank this thing like a Nemean lion, we get attacked, which is annoying but kind of cool, as it hectically forces you to consider helping your team fight the bad guys, or just keep cranking this trebuchet. Eventually you have to stop as the enemy comes and forces you out of it, but why isn't Iron Bull doing this? Surely he'd be faster at it because he's huge. And then there's some giant Soylent Red Knight captain named Denim. Who is this guy? Anyway, we finish aiming the trebuchet, and luckily it's already primed, which I guess what those people were that Cullen sent out were to do, I guess. And then the dragon comes down and completely misses attacking the trebuchet. I don't know why. It hit the previous one just fine. The dragon fire hits something, and that something explodes. And we're on the ground, and we see Scarecrow Boy walk through some fire. I'm not even going to bother listing all those tropes. He's a very, very bad guy. So instead of tearing our arm off or eating us or just killing us instantly, he wants to talk. Wait, where did our team go?
Pretender, you toy with forces beyond your ken no more.
Well, it seals rifts. It does the job. What's your problem? Now, let's get two cosmetic things out of the way. Why does Corypheus have a palette swap from blue to red, and why did they get a new voice actor?
What are you? Why are you doing this?
Mortals beg for truth they cannot have. It is beyond what you are, what I was. Know me. Know what you have pretended to be. Exalt the Elder One. The will that is Corypheus. You will kneel.
What the hell did you just say?
You're forcing this fight for no reason.
You will resist. You will always resist. It matters not. I am here to anchor. The process of removing it begins now. It is your fault, Herald. You interrupted a ritual years in the planning, and instead of dying, you stole its purpose. I do not know how you survived, but what marks you as touched, what you flail at rifts, I crafted to assault the very heavens.
Okay, so this is a weapon to attack the heavens, but I'm just using it to close rifts. Why are you telling us this? I'm glad my armor that's clipping into my neck and jaw isn't killing me.
What is this thing meant to do?
It is meant to bring certainty where there is none. For you, the certainty that I would always come for it.
Oh my god.
I once breached the Fade in the name of another to serve the old gods of the Empire in person.
You look ridiculous. This scene is ridiculous. What he's saying sounds retarded. Look, he has won. He can kill us. He can rip our arm off. I don't really care. This is dumb. He's rambling on about nonsense. Who cares?
I found only chaos and corruption, dead witness. For 1,000 years I was confused, no more. I have gathered the will to return under no name but my own, to champion with it to correct this blighted world. Beg that I succeed. For I have seen the throne of the gods, and it was empty.
Finally, an interesting line. This implies Corypheus, a long time ago, was doing something with the Fade. He went there to find the Golden City, as implied by the Legacy DLC, and he found nothing. That the old gods either abandoned their home or were tainted by the Darkspawn. That's interesting because he, being a religious guy, or a worshipper of the old gods perhaps, from Ancient to Winter, as evidenced by his mention of Dumat, also from the DLC, would be pretty distraught if his divine beings he worshipped simply didn't exist where they should have. This could explain why he's so twisted and angry and wants to reshape the world through the Tevinter Imperium.
The anchor is permanent. You have spoilt it with your stumbling. So be it. I will begin again. Find another way to give this world the nation and God it requires.
A mage picking up a sword. Because choices matter. Okay, so Scarecrow here wants power and be worshipped and all that ego stuff. Yeah, we gotcha. Okay, wait. Was that Cullen's signal? Did he even tell us that that would be his signal? What were the chances of us seeing that, or knowing to even look in that direction, and when? So, everyone's outside of Haven now? Great. The dragon can just fly up and notice them all.
And you? I will not suffer even an unknowing arrival. You must die.
I think this dude's evil, with this giant, long, evil monologue even explaining why he has to kill us.
Your arrogance blinds you. Good to know. If I'm dying, it's not today.
You're about to apparently drop an exploding avalanche on yourself. You are very much going to die. What possible options do you have? So we launch a rock at a mountain, and the avalanche falls almost instantly on us. I'm assuming this doesn't hit the people who escaped. We start running, Scarecrow and Dragon take off, and we fall down a hole in the ground, and it fades to black. What the hell? So to recap, good pacing and quickly tied together scenes. There's a lame evil antagonist via DLC, retcons of previously retconned objects, Freddy is interchangeable with telepathic Hat Boy, amazing wooden construction methods, the Lonely Hulk, boring monologues that make Bond villains sound like Shakespeare, and the worst strategist ever.